Let us talk about it. For 7 long years, we thought, will he, won't he? For 7 long years, we chanted during all of the bad segments throughout WWE and even some AEW segments. And tonight, we finally got it. CM Punk's return to professional wrestling, and CM Punk is now all elite. I am Thomas. Thank you so much for joining me for my instant reaction to AW Rampage. And what a night! It kicked off the only way it could have, with all the anticipation, all of the tweets, all of the social media speculation across all different platforms: TikTok, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. Will he show up? Will he not show up? Well, he did. And he started off the show and he came out, and what a reaction. The reaction alone before he even got to the ring was the moment, I thought. That's what we were here to do. That's what we were here to see. And that's what we're here to experience. And it was awesome. Gave me I was so ecstatic with just the positivity. So many different times, again, before he even got to the ring, where I was just like, could you imagine being him right now? All the trials and tribulations of, as he mentioned, feeling sick over at WWE, then trying his hand at mixed martial arts and, giving it his best shot, but unfortunately failing 2 times in front of everyone, right? Trying his best and failing is one of the worst feelings in the world. To go through that, to rehabilitate his image with movies and commentary spots on other mixed martial arts promotion shows, doing all of this work to almost regain that good sense of will that he had in WWE. Now, not to say that no one was necessarily hating on him, but when you get your ass kicked twice and then you kind of make some tweets where you rub some people the wrong way, people start to sour on you because, we do. But he came and he conquered the promo. I thought the promo was done awesome. Here's the greatest part I thought about the promo. Well, 2 things actually. The first was the very first thing he said was putting over Britt Baker. How awesome is that? Consider that, right? He had all of this time to come up with something in his head for when he did return into that ring and to talk to the crowd. And the first thing he said was, "You sure know how to make someone feel like Britt Baker in Pittsburgh." That's just being a team player. Say what you will. Obviously, backstage things have been reported for numerous amount of years and all of that other stuff aside. Just that moment, I thought, showed that maybe we're dealing with something a little bit different than the typical big time wrestler comes back to a promotion. So I thought that was great. Now, the other stuff where he was talking about, what he was going through, was he even going to come back? What was he even going to say? I thought that was all fine and good. And again, that wasn't the moment. The moment, again, was to me the entrance when he walked to the ring. That was what we're going to remember. But he did get into the ring. He did talk about that stuff. Then he mentioned that he was going to tell a story. And then he got into his folded leg pose, which is, going back to the pipe bomb so many years ago. I thought that was a good touch. I also like the unveiling of a new shirt because, hey, AEW and Pro Wrestling Tees, they're married and you got to sell that merch. So I thought that was fun. I also like, side note, just because I'm a big I'm a big dog guy. Larry, he's got his dog on the hoodie. That was great. I love Larry. He's great. I saw the profile on some social media outlet not too long ago. Made me, have a soft spot for both CM Punk and his pup. So I did like the hoodie, but again, he unveiled to show the t-shirt, right? So that was good. And then the second best thing I liked about this promo, and again, we can, semantics here as far as ranking it, but the second thing about the promo that I liked the most was, "Hey, Darby Allin, I see you there. Yeah, we're gonna tangle. It's me and you." And we got the picture of Darby Allin with Sting up in the rafters, and now we have it made. At All Out, CM Punk makes his return to a professional wrestling match, taking on Darby Allin along with Sting. The promos are going to be fun. Again, it was announced on this coming Dynamite's episode that CM Punk will be making his Dynamite debut. So we got that to look forward to. Now, Darby Allin doesn't necessarily cut the greatest in-ring promo. I think we all know that. He does the more cinematic approaches to cutting down his opponents, or at least addressing his opponents. And I think he's going to do it here. I also like the added wrinkle of Sting. What does he do here? What does he have to say? This is a veteran in CM Punk, but is there anyone more veteran in that locker room than Sting? So I'm interested to see what that's going to be. But for this first segment, thought it was awesome. I was nervous, though, going to be completely honest with you. With an hour-long show, I was like, are they going to run out of time? Are they going to have to cut a match? Is poor Jade Cargill going to have to say, see you on dark? But we got it all in. But I was a little nervous just because, as Punk mentioned, he didn't know what he was going to say. And then when he said, I got a story to tell you, I didn't know if we were going to take the whole hour. But luckily we didn't. Again, I thought it was really done well. I thought the two best parts was that his first words were to put over. And then, I don't know if it was necessarily designed that way, but again, I think it showed that he's a team player to say, hey, everyone's looking at me. Don't forget, we got other really cool talent here. And he mentions Britt Baker. And then the payoff was, it just wasn't, hey, I'm back. Bye-bye. It was, hey, I'm back. And that talent up there is who I want to wrestle. And that was great, right? Because you're going to get the casual fans. You're going to get the, Bleacher Report, Instagram videos. You're going to get the maybe even Sports Center and all of the extra, casual pro wrestling accounts to address CM Punk in the ring. And for him to say, like, yeah, it is me. I am back, but I'm going after that guy. I thought that was the best use for it. If you weren't going to attack him, if you weren't going to, hot shot the feud right out of the gate, I thought the best thing to do was to say, I'm here, but I'm here to fight that guy, to get eyes on that young talent, which is Darby Allin. So thought it was done really, really well. Now let's, after the break, get to our in-ring action. We had Jurassic Express versus Private Party. Now, I mentioned this on the Spanish Announce Table proper, but what I really enjoyed about the build out to this card was, we kind of, again, all the rumors were CM Punk was coming. So a lot of eyeballs, regardless of what was going to happen, was going to be on this show. And for them to say, here's our young talent. Here's what you have to look forward to next. Yes, we have Miro. Yes, we have Jericho and Christian and, Matt Hardy and all these other, veterans that you probably know of. Sting, Cody Rhodes, maybe, if you're really kind of back in that time period of WWE, all these big names in pro wrestling. But what we have coming for you next is this crop of talent. And you got Jurassic Express. You got Private Party. You got Jade Cargill. You even got a good showing from Daniel Garcia. So I liked that with all the eyeballs on this show, we're showing the young talent. And we got that first match, Jurassic Express versus Private Party. I thought it was really good for what time they had, and obviously for what kind of story they were going to tell. I also liked that the match felt elevated because you had the Young Bucks up on the stage viewing the match because they are an interested party. So having the champions show their interest in this match by proxy made you think maybe it was a little bit more important than if they weren't there. So I like that aspect of it as well. And then that dipsy-do power bomb double team move that Jurassic Express uses. Good Christ, man. Good Christ. Is that fun? Now, you can't do it to everyone, right? If they ever wrestle Paul White, he's not going to do that move. You know what I'm saying? But for the guys that can take it, the Private Parties, the Young Bucks, all of those kind of talents that can go along with that move, that is the finisher of finishers for tag team wrestling right now. In my opinion, at least it's taken me back. It's a move that when I see it, I have to see it again because it's just incredible. So credit to Jurassic Express for debuting that move. I think, again, it's catching a lot of people by surprise, and it's fun. I think that's what we're here to do, is have some fun, especially with a team like Jurassic Express. So they move on. I believe it's next Friday on Rampage. They will take on the winners of the Lucha Bros versus Varsity Blondes. So we'll see what happens there. I would expect, breaking kayfabe here for a second, I would expect it's going to be Jurassic Express that gets the victory and becomes your winner of this little mini tournament to determine who will face the Young Bucks at All Out. But I could be wrong. But that's just my gut feeling for right now. Now let's get into the next match. We got Jade Cargill, and she essentially was just showcased here. Kiera Hogan did really well. Obviously, we know of Kiera Hogan from her time in Impact Wrestling. They mentioned that she's more of a tag team wrestler, which was good to say, like, hey, she can wrestle, but maybe singles isn't her thing, right? So maybe she needs to find a partner, and that's where she'll find success. But Jade Cargill just looks like $1 million. Looks good getting off the bus. Definitely knows where the weights are. I mean, just the whole total package in this women's division. The future star, I think, of the AEW women's division is Jade Cargill. I think they're slow playing it. I like what they're doing. This was a good, again, another good spot to have her showcased. Thought it was done well. She gets the victory. Again, that spot was meant for her. It wasn't meant to have, a 5-star classic. Now, also throughout the night, we got some promos from Christian that was before the Jurassic Express match. And then we got a retort from Kenny Omega. I thought that was good because, again, a lot of eyeballs. Hey, let's not forget, we got a world championship match. Be sure to buy the pay-per-view for the world championship match. So that was good. It was done well. Now let's get to the main event. But actually, before we get to the main event, let's talk about these. This is the second time in a row now that we've done a promo before the main event. And I really like this. It adds to it. It gets their final thoughts right before they're going to, punch each other in the face, kick each other, try to submit each other. I just think that's really cool. It's a great added element to Rampage. And 2.0 and Daniel Garcia did really well. Daniel Garcia, obviously, I think is more known for his in-ring ability than on the mic, but he didn't do bad here. 2.0, though, they were the ones who kind of stole the segment on that side of the coin here, where you want to taste, and you were pretty easy to take out, Tanya Harding style. I thought that was really fun. I thought they did really well. That's the kind of stuff I like out of 2.0. Now, Jon Moxley, woo, let's talk about Jon Moxley's promo. You have a better chance of getting me pregnant than you do of submitting me in that ring. What in the I like that. I don't know what he meant, but I liked it because it made me scared, made me interested. I didn't know what was happening, but then he throws the earpiece out. He's like, I'm going to kick his ass. This might be assault, going after him. So then we get the match. I love Jon Moxley's interview. He can do a great interview by himself, or excuse me, not interview, entrance. That's what I meant to say. Pardon me. I love Jon Moxley's entrance. He does it all really well. Wild Thing is a great added, bells and whistles to what he's doing, going through the crowd and whatnot. But my personal favorite thing so far about the Jon Moxley entrance with Wild Thing isn't Jon Moxley. It's Eddie Kingston. How much fun is Eddie Kingston just geeking out around Jon Moxley, who is this, pit bull on a short leash ready to break out and, hurt someone. And then you got Eddie Kingston, almost like the little kid that would hide behind the big kid on the playground. He would flick your ear, and as soon as you ran at him, he'd run behind the big kid. Well, look, the big kid in this analogy is Jon Moxley. That's what it kind of feels like what Eddie Kingston does. He just geeks out. He's like, this is gonna be fun, huh? Are we gonna see a murder? We might. I think he might murder someone. I think it's really cool. That so far is my favorite aspect of the Jon Moxley entrance is Eddie Kingston. It warms my heart. I just love it. I had to talk about it. So we get the match. Daniel Garcia gets some good offense. I think a little bit more than I was expecting, which was fine. And then Jon Moxley pulls it out with reversing a submission, getting that bulldog choke and getting the victory. Again, we're here because it's a lot of eyeballs. We have to obviously establish some no-name talent like Jon Moxley. So it was good that he got the victory here. But Daniel Garcia didn't look bad. Now, Jon Moxley goes to celebrate. Daniel Garcia is not going to take this, so he takes him out. in the knee. 2.0 tries to come in. Eddie Kingston then goes in, and we got a brawl. Well, 2.0 and Daniel Garcia have the numbers advantage. So who comes to the ring? Sting and Darby Allin. And I like this because Sting and Darby Allin come in. They clear the ring, which that's not the point of the ending segment here. The point of the ending segment is in my opinion, hey, Darby Allin can kick some ass. I know he had Sting and Eddie Kingston, John Moxley, and that kind of shows that he has some friends here at AEW, but he was here since day one. He's the one who we need to invest our time in. That's what I think that segment, that ending segment was trying to tell us is he's the guy that can take out CM Punk. And if you don't believe us, we'll take a look at what he can do to some people. So thought this was a really fun episode of Rampage. They fulfilled their promise of making a big announcement. It was CM Punk. Speculation ran wild. We got it. And again, the lasting moment of this episode is got to be that pop. That CM Punk pop was absolutely incredible. I think I will remember it for as long as AEW is around because that was something that is a touchstone memory making moment for the promotion. CM Punk's return. Thought it was done well, especially in Chicago. All the home runs they hit here with that segment was done really well. And as I typically have been saying with each and every AEW program, the greatest compliment I can give them is that I can't wait for the next one. And we got Elevation, we got Dark, we got Dynamite, and we got Rampage. And I am so happy. I hope you all are as well. I have been gas bagging for too long here. I thank you for your time. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Leave a comment below. Also, if you're on Twitter, as always, use hashtag tweet the table. Let us know what you thought about CM Punk's return. We'll read it on the Spanish Announce Table proper episode. And also be on the lookout. We are headed to St. Louis this Sunday for Glory Pro Wrestling. We are sponsoring a match between Stallion Rogers and Ricky Shane Page. Be on the lookout for some content around that match and around that event, Down with the King, which will feature Eddie Kingston, and we'll be talking to him. It's going to be fun. So for now, I will let you guys go. Thank you again, as I mentioned, for your time. And I tell you what, it's so much fun to be a pro wrestling fan, and I can't wait to talk to you more about it. See ya.